Alright, so I'm going to do a quick video. So, the solar systems that we usually do are large enough that it requires a supply side connection. So, these service conductors are not called service entrance conductors. They should be called, I don't know, like PV supply side conductors or something. A name should be developed for these specifically, and basically says that they act just like service entrance conductors, or just like a tap. I don't know what would be the better term, but on a supply side connection, you're tapping the service entrance conductors, which is here from the meter base, going into the main. There's two main panels going into the one main panel, which is a 4-aught. I've been failing inspections for different reasons. Everybody has their own reason. Some fail at saying that the disconnect needs to be inside because it needs to be grouped. Well, in my opinion, this is all grouped together. Even though the disconnects are down there and this is right here, everything is grouped together. There's no definition of the term group in Article 100. So if they want to define it and say you can't separate it by a barrier or wall, well, then it would be defined. But even there, I think the exception says that I can put a placard here, here, and at the panels, and that would be sufficient to still not have to put one in there. And then some people say, this is supply side, this isn't load side, this isn't a load side tap, this isn't a backfeed breaker, this is nothing. This is a supply side connection. They say that you have to keep the grounds and the neutral separated. Well, I think 250 dot, I think it's 92B or somewhere around there, says that the grounded conductor, which would be this, or more specifically that, needs to be bonded to the enclosure. So at this point in this solar AC disconnect, it needs to be bonded to your GEC, your ground on the load side, the neutral on the load side, and the grounded conductor to the box. That's my understanding of the code. The other thing that I actually found out in figuring all this stuff out is this still is considered a tap because you're tapping off the service entrance conductors, and this needs to be under 25 foot, needs to be in a raceway, has to be in conduit. So I'm going to get rid of the SE cable and run single strand conductor with PVC, and then that'll take care of that. So I just found they didn't even, no one even ever said that about that, but I read that when I was reading through all this stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, I need to fix that. So that'll be fixed. That's not an issue. Let's see what else. I don't think there was anything else other than that. But it's always one or the other. It's either I need to have another disconnect, or it's not grouped, or you got to separate your grounds and your neutrals. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding and maybe a clarification as well, because I think I understand it fairly well. It's just that maybe me and the inspectors aren't on the same page. All right, I think that. So then I'll go inside and then just show you inside how that goes. Okay, here are the service entrance conductors. Come into the back, go up to the top of the breaker. I tap into them down here, and then I come right out and go right outside. Now, that's one thing why, I guess they could say, oh, that was actually the other thing. They said that 240.21 or something says they require overload at the point of supply. But actually, the way you read it, though, is it says that, but then it says except in these situations. And one of the situations is a tap under 25 foot. In 10 foot and outside unlimited. Well, this isn't outside, obviously, because it goes in, but it's still considered a tap under 25 foot. So this He said needs to go directly into a disconnect, which, I mean, in my opinion, even if you nipple here to a disconnect, you're still not at the point of supply, which is in this panel. Well, sorry. So even if you put a nipple here, put a disconnect, the point of supply is in this panel, not here. So I don't really understand the difference there. But that being said, though, obviously, because it's a tap, it's a 25-foot tap, I can't do SE cable. So that's going to be replaced with PVC, probably with like a LB or a fitting or something there. Try to think if there was anything else. I think that was it. So, all right. Thanks, sir.